So I'm gonna be honest. Like I said in the video I did yesterday, I'm just gonna double check the thing. I was going to originally on this day do something on. The thing was like, oh, all the films on all the years, man. Like each one of the best films that came out each year when I was born, etc., etc. 2000, Final Destination. Why is it? And then I wasn't probably going to go into fully the sequels because I have that in both 2003 and 2006, and then probably I literally don't have anything else. So I might not say, oh, why is it not? I might then put a thing. But again, that's not this video. I already had a theory, not my theory, I'm not starting out to go. Well, I have said, like, oh, I think this is this, or this is this, but that's more like, this is what I think might come out with the series. But I do listen into some theories. Definitely with shows I like. I think I've mentioned. I don't think I've mentioned this, but like one of the things I fully believe will happen in season 2 of Hazbin Hotel is the fall of Emily. But again, not what this video is for. At all. If you want to like say what you think about it, sure. But one of the things that recently came out was a theory video about Smg4s. Because that was the new what thing. And I fully admit that I haven't been a biggest fan of Smg4. I'm not going to say like, I've been here since the start. No, I've barely been here for 2 years. Or less, probably less than even a year. Because fully, I came across Smg4's channel because of Glitch. Full background, hence why I was like, oh, I'm going to ring out Hazbin Hotel as a good example. All the way back, there was a pilot called Hazbin Hotel. Did all of that stuff, and I was interested. And I kept looking into that information, etc., etc. There was another pilot, which was Hannibal Buzz, which again, was mostly online, and then later on, down the line, became also, rose to Hazbin Hotel more sooner. Hannibal Buzz 2 seasons, then an Amazon thing. And the connection with Amazon. Not the point. And occasionally, I would look into certain things. There was like the thing about Poppy and like that darkness. There was one about like a jazz musical, which I wasn't able to put in the Kickstarter, but I did see a bit of it, which has been picked up by Glitch. But then there was Murder Drones. Oh, I need to see this. And I think, did a review of it. And then there was Digital Circus, which I absolutely like, and it makes me debate if I should read the book. I have no mouth, but I must scream, because legitimately, that sounds cool. And around about this time, I think I heard a connection of like some of the other shows, and then based off that, I thought, wait, SMG4, what's SMG4? And heard that the person who made Glitch Production made a previous channel called SMG4. And I was like, huh. And I went on to that. So some of the first stuff that I watched, even though this was retrospectively, was sort of the cowboy art, which was really good. And I think the first one that I started watching it live was, not live, there was a bunch of lives, I'm like, but I started watching the episodes more of this, and sometimes some of the shorts. Some of the stuff was on like Puzzle TV. I still listen to some of the music, definitely more specifically Puzzle Park rather than Puzzle Vision, because I think that's a better song. Legitimately, if you had to say what my favourite song out of SMG4 is one that wasn't even when I started watching it, which was the song of the legal case, which I think was really good. And there is probably a bunch of stuff that I miss, and there was a couple of stuff that came out that I did like, especially the development with Karen
Karen's character, which I think is really interesting. And if you ask, like, oh, why is she your favorite? It's like, if you look at some of the earlier clips, her sort of like voice that she sort of has is the TF2 female scout. I'm like, that's fun. And I knew that because I sort of, back in the day, watched a bit of TF2. I still occasionally do, but not as much. It's like rare. But recently, there was a theory based on the recent thing that this will be the end of Smg4. The numbers are going down, the statistics aren't that great. I'm like, really? I heard some people like say, oh no, it's not over yet, not yet. And I'm like, okay. Do you know what I see here? If you look at the episode, you really can tell that it's like, because Puzzle Vision was, I do know the story, I have catched up on it with like a couple of things. There was certain villains that I do know beforehand, and seeing some people that even I don't recognize, like, huh. Like, there was a couple I did know. There was Smg1 and Smg2, which was a big part. The whole thing with like the Zero, I did listen to a couple of the old songs, and I did listen to a couple of the lore. Like, I know that sort of Melanie has one of the masks on and was a Melon at one point in time, which is insane. Meggie, which is one of my favourite characters, is a Inkling, which is really interesting. But throughout all of this, also the programmer has a talking hand. All of this was interesting, but slowly but surely, looking at the episode, looking at even how weapons and puzzles finally sort of like sacrifice, I think they're dead, or worse, by closing the rift. A lot of people are like, oh no, this is over. Which, to be fair, it's fair, but it is, like, I just got excited because I was looking up, I'm like, I'm getting interested, what are they going to do next? Who's the next film? And then it ends. I just got into this. Which is funny. But I do agree that sometimes things need to end. Two of my favourite shows, actually, I'm just going to mention one because the other one's, one of my favourite shows is, which is weird, Assassination Classroom. And I fully admit that I repeat watching it. There's multiple times I'm like, maybe I should actually just go and watch it because it was good. But I think the reason why it was good is because it ended. It was over. That I can't say that, like, oh, there's another season coming out, there's 2 seasons, and it ended. The other one I could actually mention is Gravity Falls, same 2 seasons and ended. I don't think that's going to be anymore. There's books, and I have got the books. Besides the point. And Smg4 recently made a video saying it will end. There's a Christmas movie thing coming out, and I get it. There probably is a bunch of reasons, besides because there's rumours of like the money's not probably that great because the statistics and the watch it times going down. I can't comment on that, I'm not smart enough. But all of the videos, and I might go back to some of the older ones and rewatch it because it's really good. I definitely will rewatch some of the reaction to memes because that is funny as fuck. It is so good. But overall, I do get why he's doing this. It's just, I got so excited to be like, oh, who's the next film? And it's like, no, we're ending. We got one more movie, but we're good. And I am excited about what's happening with Glitch, because you do have Gaslight, you do have the Jazz cat thing, which is so good, and so much more amazing stuff coming from it. So yeah, sad, but yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and good night.